Welcome back to my channel. It's Moonflower Mo. Yeah, some things have changed. Yeah, it's been forever. Fucking forget about it. Pretend this is my first video. So anyway, I am back with another video. I'm so excited to be here. Today we're talking about a movie called Sadness. If you have Amazon Prime, you may have heard of this movie. I don't know if you've seen it. If you like mental trauma, I'm gonna insert a bunch of trigger warnings somewhere around here because this movie is described as a 2021 horror suspense. This movie caught me so far off guard. I did not see the shit going left the way it did. I was genuinely confused the entire time because when I was watching it, when I first put it on, you know how you're just like on TikTok or doing whatever and you're like, oh, okay, I'm just gonna put something on this background noise. That's what it started as. I thought it was gonna be a basic ass zombie movie. There are no zombies. They're not zombies, technically. You know what? I'm not gonna rant. I'm doing it again. I can't help it. That's who I am. I'm a ranter. Okay. I had to watch this a few times to really just like piece together, because you know there is a lot of shock factor in this film in particular, and I don't want to overwhelm you. So in terms of clips you may see in this video, I have to limit it. YouTube would ban my account if I just played anything from this movie, honestly. So yeah, you saw the trigger warnings. You want to keep going, keep going. If not, come back for the next one. It'll be hopefully better. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe worse. I don't know. Okay, so starting out, we're meeting Kat and Jim. They're a couple, obviously. So we find out that Jim is struggling to find work, and Kat's, you know, a little upset about it. It's causing some strain, some tension in between the relationship. Cut to Jim is watching some YouTube video of this scientist just ranting about this new strain of rabies that's going around. Oh my god, I'm supposed to be doing my makeup. Hold on. I forgot. Okay, shut the fuck up. Brows look wild. Yeah, I know, it's a part of the process. Come on now, are you new? Are you new here? Are you new to makeup? It starts off like shit every time. So I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll get my cash. You wanna get with me? I'll make it fast. I primed my eyes and started. I'm gonna continue on. I'm so sorry about that. I don't know. Hold on. Where am I going? Okay, so he's taking Kat to work, you know. He has a quick morning chat with his neighbor, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then he takes Kat to the train station so she can go to work. And on the way there, they pass what looks like a crime scene, and as they should, they minded their goddamn business because absolutely not. Not early in the morning, not on my way to work will I business myself with whatever the fuck that was. So yeah, Jim's on his way back now. He's going to get breakfast, and now you can feel that the vibe is off. Something is changing in the atmosphere, and you're like, okay, the zombies, the zombies are about to make their way, right? Right? No, that is not who is about to make their way. Okay, now Granny here in the moo pops out, grabs random actor A, slams his face into oil, into the cooking grease that is in the restaurant, and now his face is melting off. And not only does she burn him, she grabs and peels. Are we getting this image? Or is the image sticking in your brain? Are you hearing me? Are you seeing the picture? Are we creating this together? Are we gonna kiss? Yeah, and this is just the beginning. This is like where we're starting. We have seen nothing yet. Let us continue on this hellscape. Okay, so now Jim took his ass home, as he should, and you hear this sort of emergency announcement. And, you know, it's like, yeah, stay indoors. The government is going to handle it. We're working on fixing this. Don't even concern yourself. But then, like, half a second later, my boy is losing his shit. He is saying some very vulgar things that children and parents should not hear. And my delicate ears should not have heard. I I promise, in all of this, I was an innocent bystander. I didn't ask. I did not ask for any of that. It just came at me so quickly. So yeah, this crazy guy is losing his mind over the emergency speaker, so you know it's gone to shit. Jim runs home. He's home now, and he's trying to call Kat. He's like, Kat, come back home. You need to not be outside right now because shit is wonky. 2 seconds later, you see Mr. Lim. Boom. Mr. Lim breaks into Jim and Kat's apartment and attacks Jim with some fucking hedge clippers. Now, like, what really gets me mad about this scene is, like, not the fact that he attacked Jim with the hedge clippers, but the fact that Jim was really like, yeah, I can hold this open. I'm just gonna hold these hedge clippers. Like, sir, with your fingers, you're gonna hold open these giant pair of scissors? Does that sound smart? No? Okay, because what the fuck? And then of course he loses a few digits, but like, and he loses them, and then he decides to kick Mr. Lim. I'm like, why didn't you kick when he first came at you? When you decided, let me grab these with my fingies, with my phalanges, these are expendable, I don't really need them. Now Mr. Lim got a lot to say though, after cutting them fingers off. He was like, don't worry about Kat, I'll take care of her, which is rude, and disgust. So yeah, now we know these zombies can talk, and Mr. Lim talking real spicy. So the streets are going crazy, and Jim is off to find his lady, as he should, because what else are you doing? Like, go get her, go look for her, what the hell? And the shit is called The Sadness, but it should be called The Madness, because what the fuck? What the fuck? It just kept getting crazier and crazier. And like my eyeshadow right now, it looks a hot ass mess, which is fine. We'll get there. Okay, and now we're in the fucking train with poor Kat, who's just trying to go to work. And this old man is all up in her shit like, I see you reading that book. You like reading? What's your book about? I see you on the train all the time. And at first, obviously, you know, she's trying to be nice. And then she's like, sir, leave me alone. I don't want to talk to you. Yeah, I know you clearly see me like this in my book trying not to talk to you. And you talk to me. And I was like, go off, Kat. I love her. He will come back. We're going to name him Pervy Suit because you'll see when we get there. Oh, good heavens. Now, like I said, she told him off. She told him to back the hell up, as she should. Because calm down. Like, not too fucking much. What the fuck? And now some guy just start crying out of nowhere. So you know something's not right, because why are you crying? And then it starts to go to shit. He starts stabbing everybody in the vicinity. Did get it. And pause, hold on, let me tell you another thing that pissed me off. So this guy is stabbing people on the train. First of all, you would think it's just one person and then, or two people, and then, you know, everybody jumps on him. No, he takes out like half the fucking train car. Mad people just going, everybody screaming, ah, no. And it's not a gun, it's a knife. It's a knife. That train was packed to the brim. How? Anyway, finally, after like 8 people on the brink of death, people jump around, like, you know, trying to grab him, trying to hold him down. But now it's definitely too late, because we don't know if it's like airborne. We don't know if it's by touch. I don't know. You could scratch. I don't know. I have no idea. We don't know what it is, but we just know it's transferable. I'm guessing it's in the air because everybody just started losing their shit. People are dying, being stabbed. People are being. Nothing matters. Infection spreading. People are being ripped. Things are being ripped. Things are being inappropriately touched. Now this young girl holding on to Kat, like, what's going on? Like, she don't see everybody, all the blood, all of the havoc, everything that's going on. But now Pervy Suit is back, and he has impaled her with an umbrella, and he's talking real spicy now, and disgusting. But before he can do anything else, he's tackled, and Kat and, I think we're calling her Molly. Yeah, Molly, they're getting away. Kat and Molly fucking running through the tunnels of the train station and whatnot, and Molly acting like it's okay, it's appropriate to have a panic attack. Nah, I get it, okay, alright, you can't plan a panic attack, you can't say, I can control it. No, girl, it's fight and flight. You're not even fighting or flighting, like, you just trying to die, like, that got me tight. She did, she got me tight. Not saying, you know, being impaled in the eyeball will not impair your ability to think critically. But, ma'am, we must take action. We want to survive. We want to live. You're not acting as if that is your goal here, and I don't understand that. Like, that part, it baffles me a bit, you know what I'm saying? Sorry, I need a second. I'm having flashbacks to what I witnessed, and it was an ordeal. Don't let me stop you from watching it. You know, live your best life and everything, but I'm just trying to spare you. Good God. Okay, yeah, so anyway, they're running through the tunnels in the train station, and now Molly is pissing me off because sis is really tripping over her own toes. She's just falling down. Go on without me. Go on without me. Cat's like, get up. Get up. He got you in your eye, not in your legs. Get up. And she's really trying to drag girl. Like, come on. And I was talking to my mom about it, and my mom was like, I think she just felt guilty because she had given her seat earlier, which was next to the creepy pervy guy. But that's neither here nor there. Like, girl, you gotta act like you wanna live. Like, stop playing with me. Anyway. Yeah, and then we come across this random dude with a do-rag. Obviously, he's not gonna live. Obviously, he's not gonna live. Like, he didn't even try. Like that's my thing. Like, nobody's trying. Nobody's making an effort. Except Kat. And we'll get there, but I love her because she's the only one that seems to be fighting for her life. The only one. Everybody else is like, what's going on? Oh my god, ah. Yeah, so now, you know, Pervy Suit is attacking old boy with the do-rag. Now Kat's like, Molly, get the fuck up, let's go. So they're running again. Then this guy looks at them and he's closing the gate. I mean, okay, right? He's a piece of shit, and we'll see that in like a minute, but I can't blame him for this part. And I don't think Kat did either. Even in the movie, like the way she reacted, she was like, you fucking closed the door on us. She's like, I didn't know. And I'd be pissed too because I'd be like, bitch, what the fuck? But then, just considering what's going on and what we all witnessed, like, I get it. I get why he was like, me, I didn't know. Like, sorry. They on their way to the hospital now. Cut to Jim. He is still making his way to Kat. You know, he's looking for her, roaming through the streets on his little moped. And I'm still confused because how the fuck is this shit spreading? Like, is it airborne? Like, but why isn't everybody affected? Or is it just taking time? I don't. And it's just a whole lot of crying and people doing terrible things to each other. I'm still confused. Like I said in the beginning, whole movie, me just sitting there like, okay, so now Jim's taking a second. You know, he pulls over to what looks like an empty space to attend to his missing phalanges. And he sees this group of teenagers playing Smash the Nuts with some random man. And for some reason, he is like, I can save that man from these teenagers, this group of teenagers. Why would you risk it? Why would you risk it? I mean, no offense to the guy, but not like it mattered anyway, because that guy was also off his shit. So, Jim, you're just wasting time. Like, get back on your bike. Keep going. But to be honest, I really didn't have high expectations of Jim because he spent this entire movie in sandals. In here, in my heart of hearts, I had no expectations of him the minute I saw them sandals. So now we made it to the hospital. Molly is being treated, you know, for her eye. Kat kind of sends her off with a good luck, take care of yourself. Meaning, I got you here. That's it, sis. Like, you're on your own. Like, don't look for me no more. Kat is over it. But you know what? You can't be mad at her because in real life, we all would have left Molly in the train station when she was like, forget me. I'm like, okay. So now they're all in the waiting room just looking around. The emergency alerts start coming on. And essentially there's an announcement from the government. They're like, we're going to take care of it. Everything's all right. This is like the chief or the whoever in charge of the military is like, everything's fine. We're taking care of it. Don't even worry about it. And then he sticks a grenade in the president's mouth. And we know things are not okay. They're not going to handle it. Good luck. You know, so much for being rescued, right? Holding out hope. I don't even know. And then Pervy Suit shows up, right? Okay, like, obviously I've had, like, quite a few qualms with this movie. Like, I have a few issues with the movie, besides the fact that it's just, like, batshit bonkers. And then it's like, automatically everybody starts getting infected again. Like, we didn't see, like, extra people. Oh, did somebody run in? Oh, now I don't remember. Okay, from my memory, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm gonna insert the clip. But, yeah, he breaks the glass. And it's like automatically everybody's just infected. Was his presence enough? That I don't know. I don't know. But he's on a mission to get Kat. That's terrifying. Imagine just existing one day and then all of a sudden the whole world is trying to murder or in some way assault you, and you're just existing. You have not succumbed to whatever the hell is going around, and you have to like navigate and live in that, at least for, you know, a period of time, because we don't know how it spreads, we don't know like what's happening, and that is a terrifying thought. Like, just imagine, just think about it. What the fuck? Okay, now remember the dude that tried to close the gates on Kat and Molly earlier? Yeah, well, he really wows us with his heroism and his stand-up attitude and his attention to detail. Because if anything, he is consistent. He is consistently a disappointment. And what I mean by that is, Pervy Suit broke in, as we know. He's making his rounds, really looking for Kat. But he has not forgotten about Molly. And right now Molly's all drugged up from meds because, you know, her eyeball is missing. And she needed medical attention. And that's what she got. And now she's just, defenseless. Out in the open also. Not tucked away in a room or anything. She is out in the open. Not my boy. Y'all boy turns up and hides on a gurney next to her drugged up body, and instead of, you know, trying to at least tuck her away in a room, he is a bystander while Pervy Suit further assaults her eye socket, spreading the infection, if you catch my drift. Watch the movie. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. If you don't understand what I'm saying, reference his name, and then you may have an idea about what happened to our poor girl mom. And did I tell you guys I made my mom watch this? I'm sorry, Mom. I'm very sorry. But she's the only other person that I know that likes scary movies the way I do. None of my friends do. Everybody is like, I hate horror, blah, 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 blah. She's the only person that will watch a scary movie with me, and I couldn't have that information to myself. I also made my boyfriend watch it. He doesn't like horror movies. But in the midst of me in shock, in dismay, watching this film, he moseyed in and he bore witness to the atrocities that is this film, and he couldn't look away. As like, there's a lot of SA in this film. Just like, I know I put that in the trigger warning already, but there's a lot. It kind of catches you off guard because it just happens so fast. Again, I thought this was a traditional zombie movie. I thought that I was just going to put this on in the background while I watch some cute tiki-talkies, you know, learn about a new food or a new cleaning hack that I didn't know I needed. But no, that is not what ended up happening that day. Would have thought that I would watch this and not tell the world about it. I've been telling everybody about it. Anyone who would give me an ear, anyone who would look in my direction. Have you seen Sadness? 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 Because I just need other people to also be disgusted with me. I can't wallow in this alone. I can't feel these feelings alone. Y'all know misery loves company. Bitch, we all about to feel this pain, okay? And you know what's wild also? I just got curious because I was like, who made this film? Like, whose idea was this? Who was like, you know what would be a great idea for a movie? Hold on to your fucking seats. It's gonna be a wild one. This nigga Canadian. They have been acting wild lately. I'm in the trenches of America looking for refuge, and y'all gonna act like this? And y'all the closest, like, maybe it's satirical, right? Maybe it's like speaking to, I don't know. I'm blowing smoke out of my ass right now. I feel like that's usually what the art scene would go for. Like, it's speaking to the atrocities that are the world currently and how we really don't care about other people and that we're truly despicable on the inside and we live as bystanders in our own life. I don't even know what he looks like, truly. I just looked him up. I just looked up where he was from, and then I lost all interest on, I don't even know his name. I think it's like something with a T. I don't know. I don't know. I could be lying. I don't know. I don't know his name. I don't know what he looks like. I just know he's Canadian. Or she. I think it's a he. Oh, I'm a rambling. What the fuck? Jim is still scooting around with no real destination. Kat is hiding somewhere in the hospital because that old perv is really out to get her. Like, he's really trying to scoop this up and she is not here for it. But she did end up stealing that wimpy guy's phone. And now she's contacting Jim and telling him, like, a bitch, I'm in the hospital, come get me. He's like, all right, I'm on my way. So now he's like, he's on his way. We pan back to the wimpy guy, right? And he is trying to get away now that Mr. Pervy has finished his business and made his way. And in the middle of trying to get away and hide, he ends up walking up on this orgy, I guess. This bloody mess of body parts flopping around. He tries to get away, but we all knew he wasn't gonna live. We knew he wasn't gonna make it. He wasn't. He ends up getting caught by Molly, who, as we know, is infected now. And he is also caught by the people having the orgy because they hear, you know, and they hold him down while Molly disassembles him with a bone saw. A bone saw. But when I say pervy suit is hot on Kat's tail, I shit you not. Like, it's like he can smell her, which I don't understand because there's like, it's a hospital. Like, it's not a small place. And I get it. Like, maybe there were some like obvious places to run, but at no point did it really feel like he was looking for her. It was just like he was behind her. Like, you know, he's just a few steps behind her. But she's not playing. And that's why I love her. This is what I was talking about earlier. She is a survivor. She is doing her best because the alarm goes off. The lights shut off. She's out. She took her heels off. Gone. I'm gonna wrap it up. I've been yapping for so long. I'm gonna finish it. So, like I said, my girl Kat is out. She's not playing. She's not here for none of that. She's gone. So she's running. Pervy suit's hot in her tail. These other two guys came out of nowhere, but you know, she made it out because she is not to be trifled with. And while Pervy suit is on this rant about what he's gonna do to her, what he did to Molly, disgusting. She catches him with the fire extinguisher and she is relentless. Talk about double tap, triple tap, quadruple tap. She has done it. She is not playing. She is tired of this man following her and love her. Meanwhile, random door swings open. Remember that scientist from earlier who was talking about how there was this outbreak of rabies or whatever? Yeah, so that's him. He was hiding out in the hospital for whatever reason. He pulls Kat in, well, you know, he essentially invites her in, she runs in, then he's really creepy with her. He's like, yeah, get in the shower to sanitize, which I understand, you know, there's a virus going around, but like he was really weird about it and like watching her, and I would also be uncomfortable, and then like he's holding her at gunpoint. Very unnecessary. If you ask me, very unnecessary. I would have willingly hopped in that shower. Been like, all right, let me in the shower. Like, get out of my way. The fuck? So, you know, he makes her shower awkwardly while watching her and then hands her like a clean pair of clothes. While she's putting her dirty pair of clothes in a disposal bin, it starts a rocking. She moves something in there. I wouldn't have touched jack shit. But she moves it and she finds a baby. A baby that's clearly infected with whatever the hell is going on. That whole scene kind of made me mad also. Like, I know you're going to be like, I've been complaining about this whole movie even though I've been talking about how wild it is. No, because when she saw the baby in there, I would have been like, oh, the baby's clearly infected. He probably put it in there. But she's like, ah, no. And then he injects her with virus. Because he's like, oh, you might be immune to the virus. I want to do some tests. and blah, 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 blah. And he did the stupidest shit in the fucking world. I don't know why he would do that. And then he handcuffs her to the shower and is like, if you don't turn the next 5 minutes, then you're going to come with me and get on this plane and we're going to escape. It's on the roof. I'm like, we couldn't have just gone to the roof together to the plane and then you could have run tests on my blood later? Like, why would you just inject her with the fucking virus when you weren't 100% sure that she was even immune? Like, you could have done, like... You were being evacuated. Whatever. They're on their way. You know, she lasts the 5 minutes or whatever. They're on their way to the roof. He is like, at some point, I forgot, he said that he 3D printed the gun. So in my brain, I was like, oh, so it doesn't work? You have a toy gun? Anyway, they make it outside. They're walking down the hallway. And then he gets his foot chopped off. And obviously from there, it's over for him because whatever's in the air, there's blood everywhere. No, it's over for him. Anyway, he fires the gun. Apparently it does work, I guess. I don't know. But then it explodes, so maybe I was right. I don't know. I've been confused. I want to say I'm confused. I've been confused the entire time. I told you, I've been confused the entire time. I've been watching this with a big question mark on my forehead. Jim finally makes it to the hospital. He's lost it. He's infected. He's infected. Yeah, and then he takes out the scientist. Too bad. So sad. Oh. I mean, I feel sad for Kat, because, you know, she's been fighting for her life. And that's her man. She's been waiting for him, like, come get me, pick me up. Ooh, so sorry. But, yeah. So she ends up blocking herself behind this gate that leads to the roof. And, you know, she's sad. Obviously, she's crying. She's like, no, Jim. And he's like, but I love you so much. And I want to chop your boobies off. And he's just sitting and smiling, and she starts laughing and drooling. I think we know what that means. So she runs to the roof and we hear gunfire, and, you know, presumably she is no longer alive, unfortunately, because she was my favorite. She's a fighter. I wanted her to survive, but that fucking scientist, I feel like she would have made it if it wasn't for that dickhead. This whole journey we've been on together. She was a fighter. That was a lot. That was a whole lot. And I know I kind of rambled, and I know there were technical difficulties, so these jump cuts might be weird. Don't judge me. I have an idea for the next movie, though. And it's actually the source of trauma for me as a child, because I watched it really young. It'll be something else we have to unpack, like this one. This one we unpacked. The next one we're going to have to unpack. But, you know, eventually I'm going to get something that's not traumatic. I'm going to get something. Oh my gosh, all the movies I talk about are so, oh my gosh, I just realized that. I mean, this is my first video, but anyway, thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed. I do actually recommend that you watch the movie just so you have that experience under your belt and can say that you've seen it. I hope you're having a great day, and don't forget to like and subscribe and tell your friends. Meet me here next week, okay? All right, I'm done. I'm done. It's over. We're finished. We're finished here. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Yes, good night.